In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to use Bifrost DApp to operate liquid staking. And on this page is Bifrost DApp. We use vDot as an example demonstration today. If you click into it, and we can see a lot of data around vDot, and also there's operational box that you can link vDot. So first thing, we go to the staking APY to explain what it is. It is the vDot APY across different time ranges. On the side chart, you can see the comparison between vDot APY and the Polkadot base APY. So the gray one is the Polkadot base APY. And below, the Bifrost incentive, it means if you deposit vDot into the farming pool, how much of the actual yield that you can earn. So the actual yield right now is shown here. And the sum up of your vDot APY plus that extra yield from farming is demonstrated here, the expected total APY. On the sidebar here, we can see a lot of statues about your vDot. The first one is my staking. It is the worth of my vDot in terms of dot. And the second one is where is my vDot. If you have any asset in this scenario, if you click it, it will direct you to the corresponding page. The third part here is the holding income. It means the staking reward that you have earned from the vDot. Here's a little icon. You click into it and pop up a rewards calculator. It can help you to expect how much reward that you can earn from your principal. If you input, let's say, $100 right here, you can also switch to the value of USD, right? Let's say we staked $100 for 1 day, 7 days, or 30 days, or even 1 year, 5 years, and we can get different results based on the APY. Here's the result, and the APY right here is the vDot APY in the past 30 days. The bubble below is the reward analysis. The page one is the history. It shows us the history transaction regarding vDot. And the second page is our holding reward and the comparison between our holding reward right now and the past of our investment. So this data right here is important for us to have an idea on how much we earn. So in the past, the average of my position setting up is this price. And if we compare this price to the current price, and we can get some ideas about how much we earn from the investment. So the below is the parameter about how much we invested in the past and how much it was at the current value. The third page is the expected staking reward based on my current holding position. So the first box is my current status of my position, and below we have some details around 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year, the expected income based on my current holding position. And then we go to the main stage of vDot overview. I think there are two major data that worth us to mention about. The first one is liquidity. This is total liquidity. And the composition of this total liquidity includes different DEXs. So for example, like Hydration and Bifrost Stable Swap, they have most deeply liquidity. If you swap there and you have minimized your slippage, right? The second data here is the unstaking period. You might notice this one is 0 to 28 days because this is a dedicated Bifrost vDot feature, and it offering you a fast redeem when you unstake for vDot. So the next thing here that we can go to mint some vDot, right? So first thing first, we need to cross some dot in Bifrost. The destination is from Polkadot, and then cross to Bifrost. We need to confirm this, and then we need to transfer, let's say, 5 dots, crossing from Polkadot to my destination address, and we click the button. and confirm and approve. And we just need to wait for the transaction being executed. Okay. So yeah, we got our balance, and let's say we mint 5 dot to V dot. Here's the price right now. So it's the current exchange price between dot against V dot. And the reward fee here is the protocol income from the V dot. Right now is 10% from the staking APY. Let's stake 5 dot. Okay, great. And then we focus on here. Yep, my position have increased. So right now my staking position is around 6 dot in terms of V dot. And as we've already minted some V dot, and we can check our history, and right here, this is the transaction I just made. Okay, and then let's go to the unstake. Now we have 4.26 V dot, and let's try to unstake 1 V dot to dot. Normally, if you unstaking V dot here, you will get output of normal redemption of dot, and right now this is 1 V dot. The exchange rate to dot is 1.4. And you might notice here is the lightning mode, right? So the lightning mode is basically if you click on it and you get result which is a little bit lesser than the normal unstaking. So normal unstaking right here is 1.4, and you click here, it's a little bit right lesser than the normal mode, because the lightning mode will directly go via the AMM to swap UV dot to dot, and here is a swap rate at present. If you look on the left side, this is chart. The green line up here is the normal redemption exchange rate, and underlyingly the green liner is the swap exchange rate. It's a swap rate. So these two are a little bit different, because if you swap via the EMM, there's a little bit discount of the exchanging. So we have price, and you see the price impact is if you swap via this EMM, the slip rate you got, and the liquidity provider fee, which means you need to pay for the liquidity provider in this EMM, and the route definitely they go via the Bifrost stable swap. So the Bifrost stable swap is a dedicated stable curve that leverages liquidity efficiency for 100 times, which means if you compare it to the Uniswap V2, the slip rate will be actually minimized to 100 times. And right, this is the lightning mode, and let's try this first. And we confirm and approve. Yep, and we got the balance up. So we received that dot instantly. That's the meaning of a lightning swap. Now we're going back to the normal unstaking mode. Let's improve 1 V dot. And we got the current exchange price and unstaking fee well taken from your 1 V dot. So let's go for it. Okay, and you see here's the lines changing, right? Because that gray light means you have actively unstaking requests, but the green line means the V dot is available. If you checking the status on the right side, you see here's the green one is available, and the gray one is unstaking. Right? If you go to click on it and you check the unstaking status on this board, there are 3 datas in the first box. First one is my unstaking, which is my request, and the second one is how many requests I have. So the capacity here is 10 in max, and I have 1. So the third one is the total unstaking of the network. Why should we know this? Because it used the fast unstaking mechanism of a Bifrost. If we click on it, we can see the list, which is the waiting list of all fast unstaking requests, and at the bottom is my request. And the top one is the request being unstaking. So the fast unstaking, it means Bifrost trying to hatch the staking request against the unstaking request. So in other words, let's say this specific amount of dots being minted right now, and this request will be satisfied immediately. The purple bar means how many dots in the waiting list after this request. So which is the sum up of all these requests under the top one. Okay, then the next step we go to my request box. I requested 1.4 dot. This is when I requested. And the statute of this is unstaking statute is what I mentioned about in the previous part. The gray bar, it means how many of dot is in fast unstaking before me, and the green one is my statute right here. So once the unstaking before me being fulfilled, and then it's my turn. And after me, there is this specific dot will be unstaked after me. The countdown, it means how much time left to be fulfilled on my request. So you might curious to know why is about 1 day for my request. Why not is counting down from the 28 days, right? I can explain you why there's only 1 day left by using the example. So I draw a workflow of this and make sure we're on the same page. Well, Bifrost is actually using the regular unstaking and the fast unstaking. So the regular unstaking is actually happening on Polkadot relay chain, and the fast unstaking is the mechanism of Bifrost. So let's say in the 27 days ago, Alice requests to unstake 100 dot, and then this request will directly go to the relay chain for unstaking. And during this period, right, the unstaking is ongoing, and during this period, there's the fast unstaking, which means someone staked 100 dot, and then the Alice request actually being fulfilled. This happening in the 15 days ago. And today is my request. Although the Alice unstaking request is being fulfilled, but the regular staking is still ongoing. So today my request will be fulfilled once the regular staking going to 28 days, right? So the 28 days will be reached to tomorrow. And tomorrow, the 100 dot of unstaking will involve my request of this 1.4 dot. So that's why the countdown here is only about 1 day. And the next function is about you can cancel your request. If you click cancel here and confirm, then your request will be canceled completely. The next box is the history. It's all about records. Well, this data indicates that I have how many requests, and the request time is when I initiated, and the unstaked time is when they're actually being unstaked. So if you compare during this time, you can see the actual unstaking time during the period. And then it's worth us to talk about the validators behind vTokens. So we use vDot as an example. On Bifrost network, we literally have 3 delegators on the relay chain to stake users' dot. And these 3 delegators are keyless and calculated by the Bifrost solver account. If you want to learn more about what is solver account and how they be calculated of these 3 delegators, you can click this learn more, and it will direct you to the documentation of how it works. So here is how to verify those delegators on the relay chain, and this Bifrost, Polkadot, and Kusama. And then you can, if you click into it, and you can see how they are being calculated by the code. There are two types of validators that involved in Bifrost delegators. The first one type is VBL, validator boostlet selected. So those VBL are selected by Bifrost community. If we go to the discussion forum of Bifrost Polkadot, we can see some proposal related to them. Let's say this, and they actually offering some benefits to the Bifrost community, and in return, they willing to be selected as VBL in Bifrost. They need to prove themselves they are well performed during the history of running the node. And VBL selection is not allowed to be duplicated. And the capacity of VBL is half of each delegator. So each delegator has 16 validators, which means the capacity of VBL in the delegator is only restricted 8 seats. And for the rest part, they are selected by the Bifrost whitelisted VBL selection. So it is automatically selected by the script. In the documentation, it also described about here, right, the score script and how those validators are being selected. It's normally the selection happening each month. These validators are rotating. The mechanism of Bifrost protocol need to make sure that they are well performed and they are active in the node running. And next we go to demonstrate how to cross your asset out of Bifrost. We need to click the cross-chain sidebar and we make sure we select the destination chain. I would like to cross some vDot to hydration to provide some liquidity on there. So the destination chain we select hydration, and the asset is vDot. Let's say we try one, right? And this actually crossed by XCM, and this is the fee of cross-chain fee. So one dot will be taking this amount of v dot as a cross-chain fee. Yeah, and we click it and execute this transaction. Okay, so I should have I should have a transaction about X token right here. This using the cross-chain by the XCM by calling X token. So transferring to 2034, which is the parity of hydration. Okay, that's it.